taking all these personal shots. You're bringing up social reform in a collective bargaining agreement. We're seeing your ridiculous inflatable rats and freaking a digital banner on the side of a truck. And it's starting to feel like low-budget AA baseball shit.
Relive that moment again. That is not a money-related frustration. That's the sound of someone witnessing a public relations strategy break apart in real time. Because the WNBA Players Association is currently learning a terrible lesson about leverage. You either have it or not. And sending out inflatable rats while rejecting six-figure wage increases. That is not leverage. That's desperation disguised as activity.
Come out, and she's over at ESPN, and there's Alexa Philippou talking about the WNBA discussing a moratorium proposal that would apply to an upcoming league business, including free agency qualifying offers and core designations, which were set to begin as early as Sunday. Breanna Stewart said that while a qualifying offers may be going out, there's an understanding from all players that no one should sign anything because any contract signed would fall under the current CBA numbers. I think everybody understands that. Not the ones they are fighting for in the current negotiation.
This is what just happened. On Sunday, the WNBA began delivering qualifying offers to free agents. Under normal circumstances, this is standard procedure, but these are not ordinary situations. The league and the players' union are in the midst of heated CBA discussions, and the present agreement includes compensation that no one likes. Currently, the minimum pay is $250,000. The leagues offer $2 million by the end of the next CBA. That is not a rise. That represents a comprehensive overhaul of the economic model. So, why send out qualifying offers now? Because the league made a chess move that the players' union did not see coming.
Right here, I put this up this morning. How long before the WNBA players start chewing their own legs off, trying to get off a sinking ship? You've got a lot of women turning down a lot of money. $2 million by the end of the new CBA is a lot of bread just laying there to be picked up, and that's the whole thing. The money is now officially, because it's been offered from the league, the money's just laying there. You're walking down the street and you look down, you're like, damn, I'm a player that's been making $100,000 and there's a $500,000 laying there. There's 5 years worth of salary. In the first year of the CBA, there's 5 years worth of salary laying there.
Breanna Stewart, co-founder of Unrivaled and vice president of the Players Union, immediately advised players not to sign anything. She elaborated, "There's an understanding among all players that nobody should sign because any contract would follow the current CBA numbers, not the ones they are fighting for." But here's what makes this interesting. Nobody anticipated players would sign contracts based on the current CBA anyhow. That is not the point. The league isn't currently seeking signatures. They are trying to convince players to think about dollar signs, actual figures, and real money on the table, while the union protests with inflatable rats and truck-mounted digital billboards.
And I'm going to keep walking. The difference between going from your, $2,500 a month apartment to buying yourself a home, that's the difference. They wanted some stability. They wanted some ability to change their lives. They've got buying home money on the table. And we're not talking about the Caitlins and the Asias and the Angels, Sabrinas that have all these endorsement deals. That's not who we're referring to here. I'm talking about the 6th through 10 player, 11 player on the bench.
Consider what $2 million implies for the average WNBA player. Not Caitlin Clark with her Nike deal. Not Aisha Wilson with her endorsements. Not Sabrina Ionescu or Angela Ree. We're talking about the 6th to 11th guys on the bench. Those making $100,000 per year now play overseas in the off-season to finance their mortgage. For those players, the first year of the new CBA equals 5 years of current wage. 5 years. That is the difference between renting a $2,500 per month flat and purchasing a home. That is a distinction between financial stress and true stability, and it is just sitting there waiting.
Money all these years, except how can the owners ever look at that when they've never turned a profit and take it seriously? I mean, it's like the one equation. Do you recognize none of the players ever bring up the fact that this league's never made a profit? None of them. And it's common knowledge. It's common. I mean, there's sports fans that don't give a rip about the WNBA that knows it's never made a profit. Why? Because it was a run. It's been a running joke forever.
Now observe how popular perception has evolved. 6 months ago, the story was simple. WNBA players deserve higher pay. The league has been underpaying them for decades. It is time for change. And the story worked. It had momentum. Everyone was sympathetic. Then something changed. The owners placed actual money on the table. Significant compensation, a 6-fold salary rise for minimum contracts, and over 9 times for top players. Instead of bargaining in good faith, the players' union began proposing social reform measures. They began making it personal. They rolled out inflatable rats. They placed digital banners on trucks driving by the league offices. The people immediately began asking a different question. What are you fighting for anymore?
Cut this up. Just get replacement players. Think about all the rookies, and they're all star. Like, much of the stardom in this league, almost all of it, is people on rookie contracts. Think about that a minute. I mean, Rickea Jackson, Sonia Sintra, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Aaliyah Boston. I mean, a ton of players.
Here's the bit that no one in the players' union wants to admit. The WNBA has never made a profit. Not once in its entire life. This is not a secret. This is not insider information. This is common knowledge among all sports fans in America. Even among those who do not watch a single game, it has been a running joke for years. So, when players complain about being underpaid, they really want that owners should lose even more money than they already do. That is not a negotiation posture. That is a fantasy. And the longer this goes on, the more evident it gets.
Right, we cover Caitlin Clark on this channel. We understand the hierarchy. But you take just those people under rookie contracts and throw them out there with replacement players from anywhere else, guess what? The ratings are not going to look much different at all. I'd be willing to bet they would look